Call to order the City Council meeting for City of East Grand Forks for Tuesday, April 17th, 2018 is now 5 o'clock. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council President Mark Olstead.
Here.
Council Vice President Chad Grassel.
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Mike Pakshavinsky.
Here.
Tim Riepel.
Here.
Henry Tweeten.
Here.
Mark Demers.
Does term quorum, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
An open forum opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff, boards, and commissions for research and future council agendas if appropriate. If you'd like to address City Council on items that are not on the agenda, please come up to the podium to do so now. See none. Approval of minutes for the April 3rd regular meeting and April 10th work session. Move. By Riepel? Better? Sorry.
Second.
Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Grassel.
yes.
Motion is carried. Scheduled bid lettings, there's none. Scheduled public hearings, there's none. Consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items to be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Would any council member like any items pulled 3 through 15? See none. Entertain a motion, please.
I'll move 3 through 15.
Moved by Grassel, second by Tweeten. Any discussion or questions? I see none. Roll call, please.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Acknowledge receipt of reports of officers, boards, and commissions. Regular meeting minutes of Water, Light, Power, and Building Commission for March 15, 2018. Communication, there's none. Old business, there's none. New business, consider adopting resolution number 18-04-26, awarding the pool liner replacement project to the TAR Corporation for $70,656.
I'll move on it.
Moved by Tweeten.
Second.
Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? See none. Roll call, please.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Consider approving the VFW multi-purpose room and boardroom rental and use policy and city use agreement for the rented use of multi-use room at VFW Memorial Arena.
Move.
Moved by Grassel. Second. Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? I see none. Roll call, please.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Claims. Consider authorizing the city administrative clerk treasurer to issue payment of recommended bills and payroll.
Move.
Moved by Pakshavinsky.
Second.
Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? I see none. Roll call, please.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Tweeten.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Mayor Gander.
This week from this Thursday, the 25th of April, we have the State of the City address. And to you department heads that are with us, you'll be glad to know we're sort of leaving you alone this year. But we will hear from our boards and commissions. Thanks, Keith and Megan and everyone else. We have video clips now from each of our boards and commissions. I think one was still to come. Those clips look great. I took a look through them. Thankfully, somebody went a little short and somebody went a little long, and they averaged out to about the right amount of time. And each one, I think, you know, the goal of all of this is to show our people what actually happens to make our city work. There's just a whole lot of stuff that happens, and in this case, these are people from the community giving their time, some of them donating their time, some get a small stipend for the service to help grow and move our city forward. So again, thank you, Keith, and everybody involved in making those videos. It's going to tell the story very well. I wanted also to just mention we are coming back around a little bit with the cell tower discussion. As you know, the reason that that one was defeated was that it was decided by this council that that use in that location would adversely affect the adjacent properties, and so therefore it was not the best location. I met with the director of Valley Golf a couple of weeks ago, and at about that same time, a member of our council, President Olsted, had gone back and looked at maps again to see if we can locate a favorable spot. And in fact, there appears to be one, and ironically, their director and Mr. Olsted both pitched me a map of the exact same place. And so that tells me if their group feels pretty good about it, and our group, at least initially, feels pretty good about it, we'll look at the engineering, we'll look at all the logistics of it, the legal ramifications. If we can do a little addendum to the lease that will direct revenue from that cell tower to Valley Golf for the period of time in their lease with us, because it is on leased land, city land leased by them. So if it goes forward like that, I wanted you all to be aware of it, that quietly we're trying to look at some alternatives and then bring it back through the regular process as expeditiously as we can, and hopefully with some agreement even as we go that it could work. That's all I have for tonight.
Veteran.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Podium. Mr. Riva.
I see Reed has a couple gentlemen with him that maybe he might want to introduce to the council tonight. So if you want to use my time to do that, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Riepel. First, Jake Solberg is our new team lead of facility operations. He'll be officed out of the VFW arena and working closely with all of our ice arenas in the winter underneath Brian Larson's supervision. And then in the summer, we'll be working really close in parks and baseball fields and helping move our facilities along. So thank you for your support, welcoming him to the team. And Mr. Chad Swenside, of course, has been with us for 7 or 8 years now, but we appreciate your support promoting him to park foreman and allowing him to take his leadership to the next level with us. So thank you for that.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
I knew you'd appreciate me getting you up.
Anything else, sir? Mr. Tweeten. Mr. Grass.
Nothing.
Kind of talk about same thing that Mr. Gander talked about cell tower. And no, we didn't get together and talk about the location. This is a location that I looked at and was the least troublesome that could hopefully work for everyone. Like you said, we're in the beginning stages of looking at it. It is something hopefully we can, in the next month or so, we'll bring forth to a work session to talk about. So hopefully we can get to that point. We'll have to get with Mr. Emery and whoever else and have some discussions on that land that's back there. So other than that, I do not have anything. So
I have nothing.
Mr. Emery, anything from the department heads? I see none. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Repel.
Second.
Second by Grass. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Meeting is adjourned.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's somewhere right down in here. Can't remember. I think it was this.